A16. We are A16 2023, starring Ashaun
and Anisha.
Woo! So today we have a special guest, my mother. As you guys know, a year ago, as I can display right here, we did a podcast with Anisha's mother. But this year we're doing a podcast with my mother. Woo! So we're very excited. Before we get into today's video, Anisha, go ahead and explain the setup.
So we're in a new setting, as you can see, but we have our mics, we have our topics for the day, and we also have these books that we're going to be talking about later on. Woo! And in the back, we just have a nice little backdrop going on. So
matches my outfit.
Yeah, and then of course you have the snacks and the water. So,
okay. So this is my mom. Her name is Nicole Richardson. She actually owns a business called Tropical Health, and she is an author of a book called Did You Find Your Purpose? I'm gonna put a link down below. We're gonna put where you can find this book. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Kindle. So we're gonna put it down below, and you can get yourself a copy. It's a really good book. And today we're just gonna be talking about like how you started with your business, and we're also gonna be talking about, you know, what inspired you to make this book and your difficulties and everything like that. So before we get started, Anisha, go ahead and say all the social medias that we have.
So obviously, before we start, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We have a TikTok, we have an Instagram, we have a website, we have a business email, and we also have 3 news sources. We have Amazon Podcasts, Audible, and Apple Podcasts. So please check it out.
Please, everything will be in the description down below, so you can go ahead and check all those out. Okay, so Mom, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Nicole Richardson. I am the mother of Ashaun and the auntie of Anisha.
Yes. Okay, so we just want to go ahead and talk about your experiences. Before we get onto the book, let's talk about your business. So what is your business?
Oh, interesting. So my business, besides mothering and auntieing and hosting at my house every podcast, I do own a hospice company called Tropical Health LLC, and I own a nonprofit organization called Mother's Choice Learning Center.
So what inspired you to make these businesses?
Honestly, what inspired me to do Mother's Choice, which is a nonprofit, was because I was a struggling mom financially and did not have the right or have the resources and the avenues to get help, because the government programs, I wasn't qualified. They said I was making over the income. And then at the end of the day, I wanted a safe space for children and people to grow with ideas while being a philanthropist in the community. What made me start Tropical Health was because I was in a corporate America, constantly giving my time, my energy, my money, and I wasn't feeling rewarded or being promoted because I am too outspoken. I am too expressive. And to me, that's just a negative for any corporate America, because all they're saying is they want robots. And so I figured if I had my own company, then I can do things differently and value people the right way of how they're supposed to be valued in the workforce.
Okay, that's good. So what advice would you give to people that's also trying to start their business, that's in the same predicament as you?
As a young person, I started my first business at 22. So I would tell you guys starting earlier, which is a blessing with your podcast, I would say continue to make content. Don't worry about 5 people subscribing or 6 people for whatever. It will grow, and the right person will see what you're doing, see the impact you're making on lives, and then they will find you so you can be the diamond in the rough.
So what is Tropical Health about? What do you do?
So Tropical Health is a hospice company, and it's allowing people to die in paradise, or to be transition in paradise.
So comforting
before
they die.
When people think of hospice, because it's a hospice company, people think of, oh my God, you know, they're gonna give me morphine and I'm just gonna poop. But really what it's about is having a community of people to support families at that stage who are scared. Some people have plans, some people don't. But to be able to pass in an integrity of almost like a, you know, if you were a millionaire, or if you were, you know, you were the president. When they have funerals, they have the best of the best. And at Tropical Health, we provide them that from beginning to end.
Okay. So that, honestly, whatever you're doing, it sounds amazing. I think the Mother's Choice thing, which, by the way, is like, it's a learning center, so it could be daycare, after school.
It could be a project makeover. We just help.
Events.
It's about building the economical stability of families in the community while helping them strive in their environment.
And I think it's amazing. And I think you're a good role model, too, for people that want to start your businesses. So now let's talk about your book.
Oh, yes.
So on the back of the book, as you guys can see, it gives us a description of the book, and it also has 3 companies labeled. So it has Tropical Health, Mother's Choice, and then it has Culture Rock. Can you tell us about what Culture Rock is?
So Culture Rock is my husband's company. He helps me kind of navigate a lot of what I'm doing, because as a visionary, all you can see is the vision, never the kinks and bumps and, you know, editorial things. It's something like what you guys do together, just to, you guys are the glue to each other to make your podcast successful. So he helps with the pictures. He takes my pictures. He helps me edit my content. He helps me promote my content. He helps me trade the content. So anything to do with making it make sense, he kind of helps do that. That's Culture Rock. And he does photography and websites, so he kind of helps me, you know,
like a variety of things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how would you explain the book?
Well, there's a new series coming out this February of 2023. It's called How Did You Find Your Purpose? So Did You Find Your Purpose is a 7-series short story book. You read, I promise you, you will only have to read 24 to 30 pages. And each page gives you a situation from my personal tragedies, experiences, walk to finding my purpose. And after every explanation of my situation, I give you some self-help tips or motivation inspiring words, so that you don't leave that chapter going, oh my God, that was so horrible. But you can say, oh my God, that's horrible, but this is how she coped, or how I can cope. In the back of every book will have what you call journal content. I believe in writing down your thoughts. It helps when you're creating content. It also helps when you want to release things, negative things from you. And so what I've done is I've provided blank pages or pages of lines you will see in the back of every book. And those lines are just for you to jot your ideas, your goals, your affirmation. I'm also starting in January of 2023. We're launching our Sister Circle. Sister Circle is an accountability group. We're holding each other accountable for our own individual businesses. So you're not, usually when people form groups, they're in this club and everybody's like, yeah, and keep going. This particular group, we'll make a project for your business. And you will have a munch, each of us in that group, on our own individual businesses, how we're going to propel that business for that next month, for 30 days. And then we're going to come back to the table after 30 days, talk about what we did. And if it didn't work, we go back again. So we're literally growing our businesses together, not separate. So we're in a group, but we're individualized. And then we're making that each of our companies stronger, because we're all holding each other accountable for our businesses.
That's good. So as you guys, like, we're just gonna say it again, please go ahead and get this book, Did You Find Your Purpose? And it actually, who knows, it may inspire you to write a book, or it may inspire you to write a little story.
Maybe start your own business.
Yes, it is a really good book. I read it, and it actually didn't take me that long. It took me like less than a day.
Yeah.
It's very,
that's the purpose.
It's a short story, and that's the purpose. you know, because a lot of people get intimidated by big books.
Yes, and I get intimidated by big books.
Exactly, and especially, Anisha's a reader, so you wouldn't mind.
But
But if you're not a reader like me, then these kind of books are for you, and you can still like watch like the next ones that's coming out. How did you find your purpose?
How did you find your purpose? That's the next book in February 2023.
Yes.
Get your copy. On Kindle and Amazon. How did you find your purpose?
Yes, absolutely. Anisha, any other questions you would like to ask her before we end it off?
Did you think you found your purpose?
Well, you know what? I'm still learning. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Some that I'm not too proud about. Some that I'm proud about that I made because it made me a better person. Nobody in this world walks this earth perfect from birth to now. But if you continue to walk in who you are and be true to who you are, finding your purpose, you will be successful. Thank you.
So, yeah, so guys, make sure, again, I'll be leaving this book down in the link below. And I'll also be leaving the link to the Tropical Health website. Yeah. Just if you have someone in need. And
if you, again, hospice is not, we don't want patients that come on because they're going to pass in 2 seconds. Hospice is just saying a patient has a disease that's no longer curable by medication, but can be maintained with proper care. We've graduated several patients off of our service, meaning they came on the service at end of life, and because of the care, the attention, and the regimen that we've provided, they actually strived and came off the service. So they didn't pass, they're literally just off.
Okay, yeah, and that's good. So again, everything will be linked below. Make sure you guys go check it out. This is my mom.
And my aunt.
And this is my son and my niece.
So thank you so much for coming, Mother. We really appreciate it, and we'll definitely be having you on another time, especially when her new book comes out in February 2023. How did you find your purpose? We'll bring her back on and go ahead and look at this. But guys, please, please, please go pick it up. Please, just do it. Just do it.
Just nothing to it but to do it.
So thank you guys so much for watching this video. We really enjoyed the guests, the company. We're also going to be interviewing Anisha's mom again in the next podcast. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that about her business, her hair salon business.
Yeah. So please check these things out.
Bye guys. We love you.